Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's video is going to be on the importance of self-development, specifically more so if you're an entrepreneur or in business. For me, I find it a really key part to the business. I think you need to grow yourself completely 100% to be able to grow a business. So if I'm looking down, it's because there was quite a lot I wanted to say with this, and I've made some notes that I didn't want to forget. So I think one of the important things is that will help you enable to be, or what kind of person you are and how you can run your business. So obviously as well, it's about, beliefs, and there's things that you can do to really help with this, as the kind of people that you put yourself around, mindful techniques, books, etc. But obviously it's really important that then you're believing in yourself and what you're doing first and foremost, because other people are only likely to believe in you, and also there are some negative people out there, so you really need to have strong belief in yourself and everything that you're doing, so that can continue to move you forward and grow you as a person. So you obviously need to believe in things and empowering beliefs and that, and I think that's really important part to being successful. Also, managing stress is a really important part. There are going to be some stressful times to running a business, and the way you are and the way you feel will obviously impact on how you handle things and move things forward. It's not all stressful, but obviously there are going to be stressful times to running a business, and you've just got to weather yourself to really be able to deal with it. I mean, it will pass, but sometimes it doesn't pass easy, or you need to learn them techniques. And if you sit there and you're one of these people where you're not strong enough to think that you're going to make it through, and sometimes, don't get me wrong, certain situations might arise and you might still feel that way, but it's learning how to build yourself stronger to come through that. But it takes sometimes a lot of strength in your mind to think that, okay, this is a difficult time, I might feel this way, but it will pass. And there's not really a time limit on how you feel that way. I suppose, again, the more you think positive and the more you build yourself up to be able to cope with that and weather through that stage will really help. Again, the people that you're putting yourself around and the thoughts that you're putting, in, and just the kind of person. But also it helps you to goal set as well, and knowing where you want to be, and also not putting limits on yourself, because I think, yes, we all have goals, but if we limit ourselves to specifically those goals, when we get to that set stage, what's next? For me, it's a really important thing in life to be able to keep pushing myself forward, to be able to build new goals, not just for myself, but for my business and for my family life. But if you're putting limits on yourself and you're saying, okay, I'm only able to achieve this, then when you get there, you're going to kind of feel really unfulfilled. Or I should imagine that's how you feel, because you put limits on yourself and there's nothing to kind of come next. And I think that's a really good thing to remember as well with a business. It's a journey, you get there, but then it's like life, that journey carries on, and it's, you're in control of it, so it's which way you're going to steer into which direction next. So self-development is really, really important, for, like you say, the way you handle things, the kind of person you are, and that's really important, because that will attract the kind of customers that you want and the kind of people that you want to be around. And then similarly in the situation that you want to be in life, you're only going to get there if you do the self-development to get there. And I don't think it's just in business. I think that's in life. You know, if you want something, nobody else is going to sit there and tell you, yes, you can have that, go get it, here it is. You've got to be able to build yourself up to do it. And in a way, I tell my children like this. I think the earlier you learn it can really help as well. You know, that you have to go after things in life, you know, so you have to, you know, how your day goes is going to impact everything by the way you think, you know, the kind of mood you're in. You know, you might not want to do something, but if you can think differently about it and just get up and do it instead of sitting there thinking, it's all that self-development again and self-awareness. Like I said, I just think it's really important. I think for the kind of people you end up in the situation you're in, you know, you need to attract the right people, and you've got to attract them. They're not going to just walk into your life. You're not just going to be in that situation where you have the ideal clients or the ideal life setting around you. You have to make that happen. And I think it's only as we get older we're aware of this. So, like I said, things you can help is to put yourself around people in a similar situation as you, a similar mind frame. There's no point in putting yourself in people that are not within, they don't have the same goals and aspirations as you, because they're obviously going to think different, and it's not right or wrong, it's just their path is different, and for them to get to their path and where they want to be, their thinking level is on a total different level to yours. So I think it's really important to, you know, not saying negative and positive people. I think you've got to delve in even further and say the people that I'm putting myself around, do they want the same things as me? Because if they don't want a business and they don't want to grow this life and they don't want to grow this business, their mindset is not, they're not going to be the kind of people that are thinking, okay, so I need to do this X, Y, and Z in life. So, you know, I think it's really, really key to just think about who you're putting yourself around. The reading, you know, and even as far as probably watching the TV and watching YouTube, you know, if you're watching things that are on a total different level to you and what you want, your thoughts are being consumed, sorry, I'm really stuffy and congested today, so why I'm like, just the words are not coming out quite correctly, but yeah, you're consuming and your brain is thinking about that, and you're then not going to be thinking and processing things to what you want. Also, if you can hear coughing, that's not me, obviously. We're all sort of full of coughs and colds at the moment, so it's that time of the year again. So, yeah, it's really important in a lot of ways. And also, like, if you're building a team, you need to be leading that team. And again, you know, they're wanting to be around you, but you need to be on the same level and, you know, bringing people in again. And also, you're only going to bring in good team members that want the same for your business and as you do if your self-development is on par, really. And it takes a while to learn. It's not something I think that you can just pick up overnight. It will take you a while. Everything in life is a learning curve when you think about it. You know, we didn't just be born and we had all this knowledge in our head. But the way we learn how to do things the right way and learn things that we need to learn is by who we're around and everything that we're consuming into our minds again. So I think that's why it's important to keep things positive. Also, if you're around positive people and you've got a problem or you're negative, if you're around positive people, they're obviously going to bring you back up to where you need to be. And if they're wanting the same things as you, they're going to pick you back up. But if not, then, you know, it's just not going to happen. They're going to be negative and you're just going to you're not going to get out of that zone. So, like I said, stress, just looking at my notes and wrapping up, because we're having some work done outside and the dog's going to bark, and I've just seen the workman quickly drive past again, so I'm going to wrap this up nice and quickly. So yeah, it helps you to bust through limitations and also beliefs, and hold beliefs that you are and you want. If you want something, you've got to tell yourself you're that person and you can go and get it. So this is already 10-15 minutes. I'll probably do a part 2, but like I said, I wanted to kind of get into it a little bit. If you have any questions, pop them in the down bar below or in the comment section, and I will try and answer them as effectively as I can. But just that van isn't outside the front with the workman, but I'm sure it will be. So I'm going to leave it here, wrap it up, and most likely when I've come up with some more notes and can not worry about the dog going to bark and interrupt, I will do a part 2. So yeah, it was lovely speaking to you all again. Take care, and I'm sure we'll speak soon. Goodbye.